Hey there, grade 8s. Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to be talking about using models to multiply fractions and whole numbers. All right, so this is not overly challenging, but it's going to be a little bit of a longer chapter. There's a lot of sections that we're going to go through. So basically what we're going to talk about, say if we've got something like 5 times 1 over 5, for example. So the model that I might use is I might use a number strip. Okay? So if I've got a strip and that's broken up into 5 pieces, and I'm going to do that 5 times. Okay? 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put my blocks in. Actually, let's change it to 4. Otherwise, this makes more sense. Let's go 4. So I've got 4 times 1/5. So in each of these strips, I have 5 sections, and I'm going to fill in 1/5. Okay? So if I've got 1/5, all I'm going to be doing is I'm adding them together. What it looks like is I've got 1 over 5, plus 1 over 5, plus 1 over 5, plus 1 over 5. Or if I'm looking at this, I'm going to count how many are actually filled in. In this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5. Okay? I know some of you might look at it and be like, oh, but Mr. Nick, there's actually 20 total blocks. But when we add fractions, so we have 1/5, we add the numerator, but we don't do anything with the denominator. We have to find our common denominator. And in this case, our common denominator every single time is the fifths. So when we're adding them together, that's basically what's going on, is we're taking the 1, 2, 3, 4, and it stays out of 5, right? Think of it that way. If you've got a piece of pizza and you cut it into 5 pieces, you take 1/5 and then you take another fifth. How many fifths do you have? Well, you have 2/5 that you're going to eat of that pizza or that cake or whatever you're talking about. All right. So that's kind of the first way that we can talk about doing it. Now, let's say if we're doing something like this, we've got 7 times 3 over 4. Okay, so that's a little bit bigger of a number that we're dealing with. So I'm going to make my strip this way. Okay, so I've got my 4 sections there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to try to connect it all. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go like that, and we'll erase this 8th one here, and then we'll just come all the way across. Okay, so what is actually going on here? So here, this is going to be my 3/4. So I'm going to have this much filled in. All right, here is my 7. So all of this section is going to be shaded because I have 7 times 3/4. All right. Now, what's happening here? How many do I have filled? Well, I have 3 by 7. So how many total is that? Well, I can go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21 out of 4. Okay? I have 21 out of 4. Okay? So for example, if I was to say, I'm going to give 3/4 of $1 to you every single hour that you work. Okay? So 75 cents, 3/4 of $1. How much money are you going to have after 7 hours? Well, you'll have 21 quarters. Okay, or, you know, that could be reduced to 5 wholes and 1/4. Okay, if we wanted to try to reduce it into a mixed number. Right? So these are a couple ways that we can kind of explain it. We'll talk more about that model because that model is going to be used a little bit more often. Okay, we can also use a number line. So, in this one, let's say we're going to do, well, the example that I'm looking at here is 21 times 2 over 3. Okay, so if we're starting at 0, we're going to go all the way up to 15. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to have to jump 2/3. So in every single one of these, I technically have 2 little lines to break each of them up into thirds. Okay, so what's going to have to happen? I'm going to have to jump 2/3, that's 2/3, and then another 2, and then another 2, 21 times. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm ending right here at 14. Okay? Or what can I say? 14 times 3 is going to give me 42/3. Okay. So it ends up working out that way as well. So I'm actually jumping that fraction. I'm jumping 2/3. Okay, so each whole is broken up into 3 sections, and I'm jumping 2 of those sections every single time. Okay. Another way that we can kind of do it. What if they were kind of switched? Okay, so if we wanted to find 2/3 of 21, okay, what can I do here? Okay, what can I do here? Or like my last example was 14. Okay, so I could actually do 21. Okay, so if I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, you're going to notice that I broke it up into 3 even sections. Okay, so this would be 1/3, this would be 2/3. So all of these is going to be in my answer. Okay, so this is another way that I can actually model it. I'm breaking up this number into this many sections, and I'm going to keep this many. Okay, so that gives me 14 as my answer. Okay, once again, I take my whole amount, I break it up into the number of sections that's listed in my denominator, and I keep the amount of pieces that are in my numerator. All right. So I'll do one more, and then I'll let you guys do your homework. The last one. Let's say I've got 4 times 3/5. Okay, this time I'm going to do wheels. Okay, so that means I'm going to have 3/5 4 times. Okay, so if I've got something that kind of looks like this, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're assuming that all of these are even pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All right. Now I'm actually going to kind of do some cutting and pasting here. All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take these 2 and move them into here. So now this is filled. I'm going to take this one, bring it over here. I'm going to take this one, bring it over here. All right? Or I can count. How many do I have? I've got 5, 10, 11, 12. So now I've got 12/5. 12 total sections. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or I can move them to try to fill them up. And then I look at it and I know I got 2 wholes and 2/5 remaining. Okay? So this is just how we can model multiplying using whole numbers and fractions. So check your homework. If you have any questions, please bring it to the Zoom chat or message me on Hangouts. Good luck, everyone.